Hi there, everybody. It's your success coach, your mastery success coach, Tamara Payne, coming to you from Everyday Superhuman. And I want you to meet this amazing success coach, my very dear friend of over a decade, Miss Amazing Coach Deanne.
Thank you so much. And thank you for having me today.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. Thank you for saying yes.
Oh,
So we have something special coming up. And with that knowledge of preview, keep listening because Dee, I would like you to share with me what December of 2021, just a few short months ago, was like for you.
it was very, very dark. And I've shared this with you that there were points that I really didn't care if I lived or I died. I was in so much pain every single day that getting out of bed sometimes was almost more than I could stand. And at one point, I didn't even know if I would see January of 2022. But here I am. And I'm so excited to be here.
That's incredible. So can you just tell our audience here at Everyday Superhuman and for anybody else, what in the world has shifted for you from just a few short months ago to now?
Oh, I'm so excited to tell you about that. So in this mid-December, end of December, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw that you had posted that you were doing the Metabolic Mastery class. And I had felt so bad. And I'm going to talk just a little bit about what got me to where I'm at. So, and I've shared this with you that for most of my entire life, adult life, I have signed up for, I don't need, countless hundreds of weight loss classes, fitness classes, you name it. I've signed up for, bought the prepackaged food that tastes like crud. So they ended up in the trash. I've kind of, I think, found what my natural weight is. I'm pretty close to that, I think, but I just felt horrible. And the thing that caught me was that in your metabolic mastery, it talked about inflammation. Well, I've got horrible arthritis in my toes and my ankles, my knees, my hips, my lower back, my neck, my shoulders. And I'm thinking, if I'm going to live, I've got to get rid of this inflammation. Just got to. And why not? I've tried everything else though. So why not? So I reached out to you, jumped on board, and it changed my life. Changed my life. Thank you.
Well, you are welcome. But like I always say, and I've shared this with many people all over my career, is number one, success leaves clues. And so me finding my own metabolics of my adult weight, the same weight that I was at age 15, after having lost 120 or 130 pounds in my human lifetime, and then regaining it back, whatever. I had to go through my own metabolic success, if you will. I had to learn these things and get all my coaching certifications and figure this stuff out for myself, right? Before I could then teach other people.
Right.
But don't you find that now that we're on that other side of the pain, of the inflammation, of the emotional balance, of the hormonal balance, that all you want to do is share it with other people to help them, right?
Absolutely. And I shared this with you and I'll share it with everybody else. So I think that in all of my previous attempts, I had an intention, but I didn't have a motivation. So through this, I have now an intentional motivation. I will never go back ever in my lifetime, go back to where I was at in December of 2021. I will never, ever, ever let that door open for me again, ever. The door that it has opened is a door of knowledge, a door of wellness. Through my intentional motivation, now I have found my passion. And my passion is to share what I have with others so they can feel what this feels like.
Exactly. I wake up pain-free 9 out of 10 days. 9 out of 10 days of my life. I can truly say that, right? And yours is a little bit different because you have a spinal a bulge, I believe.
Yes. Yes, but you know what? It doesn't even bother me like it did. I am able to every day still, I work out every single day. Well, I have not yet today, but I work out every day.
We need to
Anywhere.
rest. We need to rest, beautiful.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And today may be my day.
Good.
And I'm going to be honest, at first 25 minutes was about all I could muster. And now it's 45 minutes to an hour, and it's pretty darn intense. So,
and that's not what I recommend.
No,
She's
no,
going
no.
to extra credit, y'all. She's going to extra credit.
No, I do. I guess when I start thinking about my program, I do the things that I like to do. And I feel good. And we talked about sweating. You know, sweating is sexy. So I got my sexy sweat on.
It is amazing. So our program coming to you is going to be called Metabolic Reboot. And it starts on Monday, April the 18th. You are going to have access to both of us as your coaches. And you are going to have a support group twice a month. It's a 90-day program. The cost should be about $599 per person, and we're going to have it at $239. So less than just about $2 a day. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, to have both of us as your success coaches on your team, on your side, we're holding the roadmap next to you, right? We're not the ones doing the work. We're just saying, no, you need to turn left. Well, you turn right. Well, I told you to turn left. That's fine. It's your deal.
That's right. That's right. Every road will lead you to a different destination. We'll get to the real destination sooner or later.
That's right. That's right. Sometimes it's getting lost as part of the fun.
Absolutely.
That's okay. So we are working on 24 no's for the first 30 days. We're working on no prepackaged foods, just whole, real, nourishing, nutrient-dense foods, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. We work on a no list. And that no list, I'm pretty firm about because I've done the research. You have felt it yourself. We know what really causes inflammation, pain, cardiac problems, cancer markers. All these things that are in coordination together, especially for us as women. And we get that out, and then we spend the next 60 days slowly adding some things back in because let's face it, we all want to go out to eat. We all want to be able to have meals with our families. And the two rules that I have, well, there's a few actually more than that, just because of my own food allergies, is absolutely no gluten, no oats because I can't digest oats, and no added sugar. Those are my top three. And I'd say probably for me, no quinoa. Those are my top four that I absolutely cannot ingest. I can have a little bit of soy. I can have a little bit of corn. Everybody's different. I can have milk. Some people can't, we're all different. So we try to figure those things out with basically doing a 30-day elimination diet of eliminating those 24 things. Instead, I have a list of, 80 or 100 foods that you can absolutely have in abundance. Is there any weighing or measuring? Have you been spending a slave to your kitchen over this process?
Not at all. None.
And you don't order prepackaged. I don't know what all the programs are.
No. Oh no. And I think that I am like you. I have celiac disease, so no gluten. So even in my before I done any of this, 90% of the things that I cooked are things that I cook in my own kitchen. I make my own cream of soups, the cream of mushroom, the cream of chickens. I shared on Facebook the other night, I was making a keto cheeseburger soup, and I knew that I had cream cheese in the refrigerator. Wouldn't open the refrigerator. I didn't have any, but I found a recipe and I made my own cream cheese. And it actually took less time to make cream cheese than for me to get in my car, drive to the grocery store, get to the grocery store, spend the extra $50 I didn't need on stuff that I really didn't need to bring home, than for me just to make the cream cheese and have it here fresh with no preservatives, no additives, and put it right in my soup.
Exactly. The thing is that so many of us, especially as busy, working, amazing, superhuman women that we are, we have added so much to our list that for us to have more work to do through Metabolic Reboot sounds maybe insurmountable, but we're actually teaching you the opposite. The two of us with 102 years of combined human experience and lifelong knowledge, we actually teach you how to make things more simple for yourself, right?
I like simplicity.
Absolutely. And
Love
and
it.
so we talk about food elimination, we talk about, what inflames the female body because it's different for men. And this can work for our husbands or male partners or sons or grandsons as well. But I mean, the reality is that in traditional tribal days, biblical days, we as women, we'd cook together. We'd spend all of our time together. We'd dance up to 8 hours a day. We'd walk to 5 to 18 miles a day together. We'd spend our time together. So for me, it's really such an honor to teach other women basically what it was like 2,000 years ago when we didn't have modern conveniences, right?
Absolutely.
It's amazing. So then the workouts are designed to be about 20 to 30 minutes, 3 times a week. So about an hour, hour and 10-minute commitment. And the reason why I've designed it that way is because all the research I've done for all the research in sports has been done for men at 21 and 23 years old. Okay. What about us over 40? What about us over 50, 60, 70? Nobody's been researching women. Well, I have. I'm the nerd. I get my glasses on and I read and take copious notes. And, this is 17 years worth of research for me. And I'm still learning, and we learn together, right? I don't know how to make my own
Absolutely.
sauerkraut. I don't know how to do all that, but
It's super easy.
it's so fun,
Super easy.
right? But the workouts are designed to get something that most women never get to learn about, even if they're nurses or physicians or chiropractors or holistic health educators. We don't learn that human growth hormone, men have testosterone, okay? We get it. Women have a little bit of testosterone. But there's a way for us to get a little bit more that's free without getting injections. There's also a way for us to balance our estrogen and our progesterone. And the way to do that is through human growth hormone. That is why I have absolutely zero makeup on at 47 years old. And absolutely, I mean, this is the way that I wake up. I don't have to apply tons of this and tons of that and this and my system is so simple because I accessed human growth hormone during my workouts 3 times a week. And so when you first did your first phase 1 metabolic mastery workout with me for those 3 times in the week, what was that like for you?
The first week was a struggle because I had deconditioned myself so much that it was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this. But I'm going to regress just a little bit here, kind of like my whole Weight Watchers story. I did Weight Watchers more times than a person could ever count. Started, stop. But my thing was that every Saturday when I would go weigh in, I didn't want to gain a pound because it was embarrassing to me for somebody to see I wasn't putting in the work. So not that you would have judged me, and I know that with everything, but I wanted to prove to myself that I had control over my body. And it was so important for me to feel well that I knew I couldn't give up. So yeah, was it hard? Yes, it was. But by the time that the second week got through, those workouts were like, okay, now why did you think this was hard? So it's just a matter of setting your mind, getting a mindset, and then from the rest of it, just it all falls into place.
I agree with you. And having a support group, having other women, but having a success coach, and you and Metabolic Reboot are going to have both of us as your success coach on your team. One of us is holding your left hand, one of us is holding your right hand. And so you have both of us there with you. People who hire success coaches are 200%, so to double the likelihood of success because we've been through it. We've been through our own journeys. We've been through our own times on the ground. we've been through our own tragedies in our lives, and we've now learned to celebrate our triumphs. We've now learned what unconditional love is, and we've learned how to help edify and strengthen other human beings. And that word edify is really powerful, because we all know that if we're negative Nancy's or negative Nellies or whatever word, and we're negative and yuck, we push other people down with that negative domino effect, right? It's all down, right? But
Yep.
edification is totally different, right? Edification means we are that bright light that comes into the most darkened of rooms, and everybody else can see because of our bright
I love that. That's my word for the year.
light, right? And so that's going to be what our word is for our group, is that we are going to get to edify one another. And by having a support group and 2 success coaches on your team, that means that it's fine if you want to make that left-hand turn when we told you to turn right. It's not a problem. It's not an
Nope.
issue, right? But it's going to be so much easier for your life, especially when you and I together as a combination have 15 grandchildren between the 2 of us. Like, that's a lot of grandkids that we've got to maintain our high vibration and vitality for, right?
That's exactly right.
It's huge. And so, what were the 2 things that you absolutely had to give up the first 90 days here of your journey since December of 2021?
Diet Pepsi. I drank Diet Pepsi like there was no tomorrow. And this is funny. My Diet Pepsi I wanted in a styrofoam cup from the fountain, because it tasted different than coming out of a can. I don't know. I know that's a weird thing, but that's the truth. And my family makes fun of me. I know you want a Diet Pepsi in a styrofoam cup from the fountain. Yes, I do. But anyway, and sweet tea. My sugar, I'm a sugaraholic, and I have not mastered sugar, but I have managed sugar. It does not control me now.
There's a difference in control versus manage.
Yes.
There's a very big difference in those words. And none of this program, none of us as coaches are about controlling. We're about helping you learn to manage your habits and your tendencies. And I know when I am, at that time of the month, that I make sure that I have dark chocolate. And so, you not having your menstrual because of a hysterectomy, what did I recommend for you as a coach when you think you're craving sweets? Number 1, write it down, right, on your calendar.
Right. And I did.
Yep.
And it held true. And I even asked Darren, my husband, hey, what do you think? And he's like, yes. So he was nice about it, but it was, yes. So I am not a chocolate lover. I never have been. So you suggested to me to get some dark chocolate. And I'm thinking, oh no, here we go. But I found that I actually like dark chocolate.
Yep. And you
made
trail. Didn't you make a trail mix? I don't remember what was in it.
I did, because I wanted a candy bar or something that was sweet. So I got some almonds, some walnuts, some cran raisins, and then I put in some chocolate and some coconuts, shredded coconut. And that to me was divine. And it satisfied whatever sweet craving I had, it took care of that. So
yeah. So just so you all know, the 24 things, nuts are on that list if you so choose. Nuts for us as women do increase our arginine load, which means it can diminish our immune system for us as women. So, there's lysine and arginine, these 2 amino acids that are always working together for our balance. For men, arginine and nitrates and phosphates are really sometimes very good. It helps them with sexual health. For us, it's quite the opposite, that nitrates, arginine, and phosphates all reduce our sexual health and our sexual vitality. In fact, having nuts for us as women oftentimes will increase our herpes viral load and other viral loads in our bodies. So it's really interesting to learn all these tidbits as we work together. So I'm just gonna tie it together, and I'm gonna say that I am so personally and career and everything else, I'm so excited to get to work with you. I'm so honored that you said yes. I'm so happy, and I can't wait to meet each and every one of you to help you along your journey. And if April the 18th, if it's not the right timing, we'll do it again.
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
we will. And so, what closing message would you like to say to our audience and to our potential group of Metabolic Reboot?
I think the thing that I would like to say is that I wish for everybody that I come into contact can feel and live as amazingly as I feel today. And I wish everybody the happiest and healthiest of lives. And I think we just need to take a little time, think about ourselves, and take control and live healthy and happy.
And live well and happy and longevity. And that was so succinct and so beautiful. And thank you, Dee, for saying yes. And thank you to each of you for spending your precious time. I'm going to end with this one more thing, is that we can't pay people back their time, so we're not going to waste yours.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay, everybody, have a great day. We'll see you on another time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dee.